procedures that you want to go in, things you feel like we could do in under these or outside of these as the procedures that go along with them, and then we can come back and try to put more stuff into it. Because right now, where our policies and procedures, as I perceive it, is policies with no procedures yet, right?
Yeah.
And that's somewhat so. And I know that there's a lot of stuff. I mean, this is just a single page, and I anticipate that we can, you know, put some really good stuff into here and make it a nice substantial piece of documentation that we can live by.
Yeah, because where does this live right now? Like,
I don't know.
I have it in a Google Doc attached to the Footlight email.
Yeah, and I know that there's a sort of website committee that's coming into fruition, and certainly that's going to be a great electronic storage place for a lot of things. But that's where it's going to be most visible to everybody.
yeah, because I'm just saying we should reference these in the bylaws, and then they should be filed as an appendice if we don't have a handbook. You know what I mean? Because just make reference. Oh yeah, there's a policy on that. Well, where is that? Where do I find it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So
did we figure out wording for the tech time being decided by the production committee? I can't remember, and I only have the old one, so I don't know if we did that or not.
Kim said we can work on it.
Yeah, number 5, because there's number 5, and then we'll have a new number 6 that will be tech.
Okay.
Will I don't have real wording for it yet. If anybody has any, things they want to throw in on that too, I'll be looking forward to getting input on that.
I know I suggested something that I think Johnny was going to get to you from the recording.
Yes. And we'll put all of that together, and then we'll take a cursory look at it via email, and everybody can take a look at it. But I also want you to kind of dissect it, and even if it's not I don't know what it is, but what I mean is you're looking at the policy and you're like envisioning what the procedures might be for that then we would write out under procedures.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do attendance and like the kid contract the next time?
Yeah. Yep. No, well, I'm going to try to work them into this time. Attendance will be number 8. We have an attendance policy already sort of in place. So we'll just add that to this, and where applicable, we'll reference the parent/guardian signing and monitoring or being responsible for minors, and then we can try to figure out what that means. Under 16, 13 and under. Certainly all younger children should have a parent there, or a responsible guardian that's keeping them from running around crazy or whatever.
Yeah. Vince, do you remember, I think some of this came up during some of the other problems that we've had, or not problems, but some of the other conflicts that have arisen during productions regarding use of dressing room and things like that.
I had that on my list because I had a couple of things that I wanted to ask as far as whether they would be better suited here or bylaws. I know some of them we've touched on, some of them we might have not, but bathrooms or dressing room was my chief among them, because we spent several months discussing that and deciding that nowhere right now had a policy. So we don't really have kind of like the other stuff, we don't really have a frame of reference for this. So we're kind of making it up as we go.
And
that was a couple of years ago, though, so people might have policies about it now.
True, we can investigate it, but we're going to need one.
We definitely should.
Cover us, yeah.
And we have to get back to the safety ones too, right? To write those out.
Definitely, yep.
But those, didn't you say those are going to be more, the safety is going to be more guidelines, safety guidelines?
Well, we could make them just safety procedures. So that may give us more freedom there.
So as long as we don't call it a policy, we're good.
Right, because if anybody's in violation of the policy, then,
If we call it a procedure or a guideline, we're good.
but we may be okay with this. I don't know how strict our insurance is going to be with that.
Mhm.
Better to be safe than sorry, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
You guys think of any other things that we just normally do, but we don't have written anywhere?
This might be a weird one that came to my mind today, but we don't really have anything written down as far as what liabilities we have if we're using animals in a show.
Oh.
We don't.
I don't know why it came to me. I was trying to think of stuff to bring because I didn't know what the discussion might be.
Cat?
Yeah. Well, no,
Wait,
I had it down before. But
Wait,
yeah.
I'm covering his ears. I don't want them to get the diva thing going here.
But yeah, we don't really have anything in place when nature calls, I guess.
Like when Robbie's dog jumps off the stage into someone's lap.
Yeah. Who cleans it up if, we make a mess in the green room?
Yeah.
We
The
don't.
policy is to first put on gloves. That's what we do at the clinic anyway.
Yeah.
Don't touch anything unless you got on gloves.
Yeah.
Um,
And yeah, these are kind of minor, sort of more talking points to see if it is something we need to have added in or to think about, because it isn't like it's not an every season occurrence or even every other season occurrence, but
We would
had
need,
the dog in Legally Blonde, right?
yeah, that was the last time we used one.
but we would also need like an accident or injury form,
We do have one.
That we have, yeah.
but there's no procedure on it. So does it really exist?
No.
So we need a procedure for the accident and injury forms.
Well, and
Worked hard on that.
in the accident and injury form, we put the procedure for it in the form.
Right.
So now we can take that off the form and
Yeah.
put it into the procedure.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. And what's the other one? The waiver for
The waiver
participating
for-
in an activity for Franklin Footlight if you're not a member.
Yes.
We worked hard on that too.
Yes, we did.
Sure did. And
It's a really productive committee.
We've barely tangented at all.
so
Robbie, there's got to be some other stuff that we just do, but I can't think of it.
well,
I
how
have.
about the loaning out of props?
Well, that's like Jack had said. That's
Got
in the
that form.
that's in the bylaws. So
Bylaws.
Oh,
we
all
would
right,
just
that's
put
right.
in
I knew
amendment.
I saw it somewhere.
But you're right. It would be a procedure because it just mentions it. It's like 2 lines, but we could have the actual procedure, which may be on the form. I don't remember.
Same thing as the
don't think
waiver
it
form
is.
is mentioned in the bylaws.
Yeah. But the procedure is, you sign it and then you can participate.
Yeah, and I might have one more that might make Jack and Vince's head spin. I don't know. Speaking of kind of going back to the musician thing, I know we've talked about it for years about having some sort of formal MOU with the Opera House, because we don't have one of those to the last of my knowledge.
I don't think we do.
I heard
I-
about this, but I didn't know why. I'm like, what's
I don't know if that's a
Well, that's
policy
the-
procedure thing, but I know that that's just something we've talked about it again and again and again, and
Well,
What that means.
that's going to be required for the, if we're going to do the tax status. That'll be part of my discussion with Chris Sufert,
okay.
and we'll
For
see where
doing
that goes.
Okay.
Right. Well, is that going to be production specific, or is that going to be a joint MOU between both organizations, the Opera House and Footlight Theater?
I think with it concerns the Opera House, it would have to be an OU blanket for us.
Right. So that would be something for the board to do,
Okay.
not anything with
Not anything for us.
policies. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you get with Sufert, we can bring that to the board and then discuss from there.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know it's
that-
been mentioned, so I just wanted to bring it up again. Sorry. Now I'm making more work for Vince.
We like to keep him busy. He gets bored.
All right. Anything else that we can think of now? Because we'll put this together, kind of look and see what it looks like. I can lay out the topics for, or the headings kind of thing for procedures, and then we can, you know, outline them more, detailed wording, you know, bullets underneath, you know, things I might miss, if things you think would be important for a particular procedure. But then we'll kind of take this here and put it in an order, and then look at it and
You have very interesting titles.
Okay. Yeah, so basically homework is to look at our, you know, what you send out, try to build some procedures off of that, as
Yeah.
well as check the wording for the policies.
Yep.
And maybe if we're feeling ambitious to do those, I mean, that's a production committee for the job description thing, but the committee descriptions should probably start
Right.
Yes.
soon.
You want the
I was at SNU when they did that one year, they
Yes.
fell short in their enrollment goals.
Yeah.
They just came through like,
Yeah, and
like this Passover, you know.
I'm
Everyone
hearing-
could go up.
am I the
You
only
guys
one?
hear that?
Yes.
I think it's Kim's class, so I muted Vince.
Oh, okay.
It's like my watch isn't saying anything. And then I think I need to be more structured. If I have a deadline kind of thing, I work better with that than open-ended, especially because, you know, being at the clinic right now, we're super up to my eyeballs and stuff. So any objections to looking at setting up another one of these before we leave here tonight?
No, let me get my calendar and I don't object anyway, but let me get my calendar. And if
Okay.
anybody else objects while I'm gone, feel free.
Well, I just think it would be good, even if we know it's a week out or 2 weeks out, then we know in that time frame we'll be doing things on our own, looking at the information that we have out now. But then we know we're going to come back at a specific time with a certain amount of stuff already done that then we can look at and in the order that we've got it in there and redefine it again.
I strenuously object.
Huh?
I strenuously object.
You object to meeting again? Or do you just,
I strenuously object. That's for fans of A Few Good Men.
oh, okay.
I gotta rewatch that. I'll laugh next time, Vince.
Depends on what men we're talking about. Am I right, ladies?
Look, there are only a few
Yeah.
good men.
Sue, I won't say it here, but you know what conversation I'm thinking of.
Yes, I do.
So Tuesdays work, generally speaking?
Usually.
Yeah, I'm
Now that we're not rehearsing.
yeah,
I
I'm
was
home.
gonna say it depends on what happens at tomorrow's night's meeting.
Well, that's good. Well, do you anticipate that they'll have a show or a meeting or something of that sort? Say, if we look at the 23rd, that's 2 weeks out from today.
Well, I've got a dentist appointment. No, I'll be fine. I do have a dentist appointment, but I'll be fine.
7 o'clock, huh?
It's one of those late night dentists.
7 o'clock again?
Yeah, that'll work.
Can we at least all bring chips and dip so we feel like we're there?
I brought.
Doc made pasta.
Yeah, I had rice and broccoli. I tried to mute it when I was chewing.
Chips and a sandwich. So we all had food.
Yeah.
I had a drink in my class of 96.
Yeah, exactly. Little rum punch.
Class of 96.
We should all be drinking out of something Franklin Footlight related.
Josh, Aaron's drinking out of a cup from the year you were born.
We are fighting.